I'm Mo Staxx, and today we're going to talk about text-based editing in Adobe Premiere Pro. Step 1, syncing audio. So we're inside of Adobe Premiere Pro right now. I have a video right here, and I also have an audio file. Let's let it do its thing, and then I have an audio file right here. Right. So the first thing I'm going to do, and the first thing that we're going to talk about, is syncing audio in Adobe Premiere Pro. So I'm going to drag this clip onto the timeline. Then I'm going to drag this audio file onto the timeline. And what do they represent? Well, this audio file right here on the audio track represents the audio from the camera. And this is my external microphone audio that I pre-mixed to throw into the program to get better audio, right? So in order to sync these two without lining up the waveforms inside of this window, you can highlight, then go to synchronize, make sure that the audio button is clicked and track channel number 1 is highlighted, and click OK. Then it will do its thing and automatically sync up your audio files for you. Step 2, the text-based editing workspace. So let's click Window, go to Workspaces, then go to text-based editing, and then it will show you an entirely different workspace. Step 3, transcribing audio. On some of my computers, there's an auto transcribe for me, but when you're first loading up this software and using this for the first time, it's going to give you the option to turn on auto transcribe or not, right? So in this case, I don't have it on because I wanted to show you what it looks like. So this is a long video. This video is approximately 13, 14 minutes long. And that's why text-based editing is so great. For some of these long podcast edits that you might be doing, this is going to be the quickest way to get your edit in and out the door, right? So in order to transcribe this audio, all I have to do is click this button, right? And then it's going to transcribe this audio clip right here, as it says 8128audio.aif. And that's essentially the audio we want to transcribe, right? So, but just to make sure that it's going to cut all of the clips at once, I'm going to highlight these, right click it, and then I'm going to unlink them. And then I'm going to right click and then link them back together again so that it's linking all 3 of these tracks together: the video track, audio track 1, and audio track 2, right? And then I'm going to click transcribe. And this is going to take a while, so we'll come back when it's done. Okay, folks, now we have our transcribed audio. And as you can see, there's a lot of audio here on this particular clip because it is 13 to 14 minutes long. Typically, if you have a shorter video, this process won't take as long. But if you have an hour-long video, it might take a few minutes to transcribe everything. Step 4, setting in and out points. Making sure that this function is on to automatically set the in and out points. You can highlight that or you can unhighlight that, right? The reason why you want to make sure that that is highlighted is because if you highlight a specific section based upon the words in the video, it will automatically set an in point and an out point for whatever you highlighted. So if we wanted to make that larger, that's what that's going to do. If you take that off, the in point and the out point aren't going to change based upon what you highlighted. And the whole purpose of this is to make your editing faster, where if you just wanted to use this section right here, you could easily cut this out of your video and your audio by just highlighting the section and then using the razor tool. Step 5, editing text. Let's say it made a misspelling, and because I have a difficult name, I can tell that it made a different spelling right here of my name. So I could either double click in there and then edit directly inside of this text right there. Or if I click out and I'm already here, I can click this edit button right there, which will edit the active text. So that's how you edit the text, because the AI isn't perfect yet. It still has misspellings. It will still take some things out of context, but this is primarily useful for being able to skip through an entire clip that's 10, 15, 20 minutes long without having to replay or look at the entire thing, right? So this has made my editing way faster, especially because I edit a lot of podcasts, interview type of content, right? Step 6, deleting pauses, right? So as you will see, when there is a longer pause in your video, it will make these ellipses or these 3 dots right here. So if you wanted to delete these pauses, you could just highlight the ellipses and then click delete. And as you will see on the timeline, it made a cut right there, right? So let's do that one more time. Let's do it further on in the video. If I wanted to highlight just the ellipses and then delete that, bam, right? It makes these quick cuts for you so you can go in and take out the pauses really quickly by just highlighting the ellipses. The faster way to do this for all of the pauses in the video is to go to this particular item right here. It looks like an upside down funnel. And then you can click on text, filler words, or pauses, right? And if you click on pauses, it will highlight all of the pauses that are in this video. And if you want to do a mass delete, you can just click the delete button. And you can either click delete all or do it one by one, right? So if I click delete all, this is what it's going to do. It automatically makes all of these cuts in the video and takes out all of my pauses, right? That's amazing. If you were somebody that edited a bunch of content before, you understand how long this used to take to go and look at the waveforms and make sure that you're taking out all of the pauses and whatnot inside of a video. So this is probably the best tool in text-based editing, is the ability to take out all of your pauses all at once instead of going through a 13 or 14 minute video and taking them out one by one, right? So that's deleting pauses. Step 7, the search function. So let's say you have a 15-minute video and you forgot where you said the term shiny object syndrome. If I wanted to find that really quickly, I could just type in shiny, right? And what do you know? It automatically tells me where I said that, even though it's about, 6 to 7 minutes into the video. So this is a quicker way, once again, to find where you want to edit, especially in longer videos. That's the search function. Step 8, creating captions. All I have to do is click this create captions button, right? So if I click that, and what I typically like to do is I like to make sure my lines are single, and then I'm just going to click create captions. It'll do its AI magic once again. And then what you're going to see is on top of the video track, it's going to make a captions track on top of here, right? Oh, actually, it's a little bit higher on top of here, right? So these yellow things, these yellow items are the captions for your video, as you can see right here. Step 9, editing captions. These are very basic captions with the standard defaults. So if I wanted to edit the text, I might want to give it a shadow box behind it, or change the color. What I would do is I would double click on one of the captions, right? Then it brings up the Essential Graphics tab. And then let's say if I wanted to add a background to my captions, I could click that, right? And I wanted to expand it a little bit. That's too much. I wanted to round the corners a little bit. And let's say I wanted to change the color from white to, let's say, red, right? Bam. That's how you edit the captions. And then If you want to apply this to all of the other items on the captions track, then all you would have to do is go to create style, and let's call this low 1, right? Click OK. And once you do that, all of the remaining captions will automatically default to that style. Right. So that's text-based editing in Adobe Premiere Pro. I encourage you to try different things with this, but if you're really trying to speed up your editing workflow and you edit a bunch of podcast or interview content, you have to use this. You could be spending hours editing when you could easily cut your editing time in half if you use this new function in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you would like to see other Adobe Premiere Pro tutorials, please subscribe to my channel.